Oh, hello there again. I just love making these videos. And I always find tips and stuff to help people in some way or another. If you live in a drought area like California, we've been having about a 4-year drought. Really long time. Of course, a lot of it probably has to do with the weather modification that's going on too. But what are we going to do about it? How can we save water? Well, I'm going to give you about 6 tips on what we can do to save our water. I'm not sure how many plants you have, but most people have something, a garden or some potted plants. And when you go to take your shower or bath, you know how you first turn on the hot water and it's cold? Well, just have a bucket nearby and save that water for those plants so that you don't waste it. That's your first tip. Okay, washing of your hair. Instead of completely washing the whole head of hair every time you do your hair, why not just wash around the crown and the scalp itself where the oils seem to collect anyway? And that way you don't have to spend as much time using so much water and turn off the water in between the shampooing and the rinsing of your hair, and then just turn the water back on when you're done washing your hair with the shampoo before you put your conditioner on. And then if you prefer to take a bath in the tub once in a while, just fill it part way. You don't have to fill it all the way like you're in a huge tub, jacuzzi tub or something. You really don't. And you can still get the effects of taking a nice warm bath and not waste as much water. Okay, let's go in the kitchen area. Washing dishes. And I don't know if you do them by hand or if you use a dishwasher, but one thing you can do is collect the dishes and just put a little water on them and maybe keep the plug in there just to save the dishes that you're going to collect during the day. And I know it's going to be a little bit messier, but for most days when you're not having people inspect your kitchen or come over and see that you're not doing your dishes, at least, just do your dishes once a day and wait till the last meal. And unless it's just overwhelming, if you have a whole huge family where this is impractical, then of course this won't work. But you can stack them. You can do what you can to minimize how many times a day you're filling up the sink with water. And if you keep a little water on the dishes after you've eaten, then it'll keep it'll keep it so that the solid particles will soften. They'll soften so you don't have to use as much water to clean them later. Food particles in particular. And then number 5, filling a milk carton, like a quart size, with stones, and then putting the lid back on. And then open your tank to your toilet and put that inside will help conserve water because it takes up some of the space that it takes to fill the tank with water normally. And then the last one, which I do quite often myself, is I go to AutoZone and I buy a car wash detailer so I don't have to pay as much money out of pocket every time I want to get my car washed. Or if you have a hose at home, you can use your own hose at home because it won't use as much water at home if you use your own hose. You can regulate how much water comes out of it. But the car wash detailing works the best for the most part. And then every once in a while, you really do need a full-on wash, and I understand that. But then in between those times when you're not having to really wash your car with a hose or a place that does car washes, try that with a detailer. It actually it not only washes your car by spraying it and then wiping it off, it also gives it a shine, a sort of a protective shine to your car that you may not get with just a water hose. It looks like you've actually waxed your car. So Meguiar's is probably one of the higher priced ones, but there's a lot of brands out there, and just check them out, and they're pretty much, they do the same job. I haven't found one that's better than another. But it's like I keep it in the back of my car all the time with towels, so I'm always ready to use it whenever I'm out there and it's not raining like it's been so dry anyway in California that we have to conserve water. So please take these tips with you and try some of them out, or all of them, and see how that works for you. And I think it'll help our environment as well. Thanks for listening. Nicole Lee with Health, Beauty, and More.